Hey everybody, and welcome to another one of Chris's beer reviews. I reviewed this one a couple weeks back, and I was a little sick. And I tried it a little bit later on, and I realized that because I was a little sick, I was missing out on some of the fine ingredients. So I'm going to be reviewing the Crazy Canuck. So yeah, here it is. Crazy Canuck by the Great Lakes Brewery of Toronto, Ontario. Now, we got a 5.2% ABV brew here. It is a 473 milliliter bottle, and we are dealing with a magnificent pale ale. And thank you, Crazy Canuck, for giving salute to the loon. As it says on the back, our version of a West Coast pale ale pushes the boundaries much like the Crazy Canucks of the past. We've brewed it for those who enjoy adventure and departure from the ordinary. The result is a wildly hoppy aroma and lingering bitterness, complemented by a soft, bready malt flavor. Last sentence. Raise your glass to the great white north. So that's pretty cool. Handcrafted since 1987. You got a little Medal of Honor there. And we got a wonderful, wonderful tulip glass. Now, I just want to let you know in advance, okay? This, not because it's coming out of a tall boy, but just in general, it's a pale ale. It should most likely be drank out of a pint glass or a Pilsner glass. But I personally like to drink my IPAs out of a tulip glass. Even though it's a dollar store tulip glass. You know what's funny? It looks alright, and then if you look at the stem, it kind of like slants that way. Like, look, watch. I don't know. Like, it may be dollar store glass. Yeah, you see how it's not really staying centered? It's a dollar store glass. But hell, it still tastes good. So, rather than popping it off or twisting it off, I'm going to be can dropping it off. Alright, enough shenanigans. Here goes the pour. Very nice. Very nice. Now, if you guys are wondering, how come this guy's done so many beer reviews and he's pouring terribly? Let me just tell you, it's a personal preference. I like head in my IPAs mostly. I like head in a lot of beer. So I like to add a little bit of head there. We got pretty light looking IPA. For an IPA, it's pretty light looking. Like, usually they have this color, but it's a little bit of a darker tint. Anyways, the head's sticking around. It smells wonderful. It smells like your typical IPA. It has a very piney aroma, piney hoppy aroma. Now, for those who beg to differ and would like to argue that it is another type of hop, please let me know. I'm not reading this anywhere. I'm basing it off of like experience. It smells like a piney hop. It's my own personal experience, right? Head still kicking around. Let's go in for the kill. Oh yeah, so good. Very good. I wonder if this is the Great Lakes Brewery's first IPA. Actually, can't even call it an IPA because it's a PA. It is a pale ale. There is nothing Indian about it. um, whatever, children. I taste a lot of citrus in there. I taste those piney hops. I'm tasting grapefruit. I've spoken with some people about this, and some people aren't really able to pick out a grapefruit. Now, I've had this several times now. Well, I may sound like I've had it a lot by saying several times, but I've had it occasionally, which is pretty good for, a new beer, I guess I should say. And I wanted to say that there was a couple times in there when I wasn't sick that I could really taste the grapefruit. Um, when I originally reviewed this, I didn't taste the grapefruit. It tasted really really syrupy even. And right now I'm not even having very much of a syrupy battle with this. Now, if I were to compare this to other pale ales, I would say it touches very closely on the Southern Tier IPA taste, except you have a much less syrupy aftertaste. And for some reason, sorry, I just had to drum a little bit there. You don't know what I'm saying. I just don't know what to say anymore. It's still really good. I'm not finding it to taste nearly as bland as when I was sick. Yeah, but dabba do. Oh yeah, goes down very smooth. You see, like, you don't see any carbonation bubbles working their way to the top, but I'll tell you, it is a very medium carbonated taste, and obviously, judging by the head, this is a carbonated beer. I even got a little bit of lace, which is great for an IPA. IPAs aren't big lacers. Um, I can say that from drinking a lot of IPAs. I even have another one in the fridge, Hop Yard Pale from Halifax. Not very many left in Toronto. I'd be put my hands on that if I could, if I could give you any advice. Now, if I had to give this a rating, which I generally do, I would like to give it a 3.4 out of 5. I know some people that do not like this beer too much, and it's people that I know that don't like IPAs. I just generally don't agree with that IPA taste that you get from the what I would like to call piney hops. That's the best that I got for you today, except for that last burp. Now I'll be finishing this. Cheers. Welcome to another one of Chris's beer reviews. Don't drink and drive, but drink responsibly, people. Cheers.